Hey everyone, Jangro here. Welcome back to my Craftoria world. Last time we walked through the entire Theurgy process of turning virtually any item into another using combinations of liquefaction, fermentation, digestion, reformation, and incubation. It was powerful, but let's be honest, opening and closing those vats by hand is pretty tedious. So today we're going to automate the vats completely and fully automate turning amethyst into precious gems, which I think is a really useful niter to stock up on. Stick around and I'll show you how that's done as we reach the end of this Theurgy miniseries. Before we dive into that automation, please give me a few seconds to thank our sponsor, Apex Hosting. If you're running Craftoria or any other modded Minecraft pack, Apex makes it super easy with one-click Modpack installations and 24/7 support. Plus, they take care of the hassle of port forwarding, performance, and upgrades. If you do check them out, use my link, jangro.com/apex, to support the channel and get your server up and running in 5 minutes. Thanks for your support. Now let's automate Theurgy. First up, let's take a look at automating these vats. Recall that these things are really tedious. So we put stuff in them by right-clicking on them, and then we shift right-click to close it, and it doesn't work unless it's closed. When it's done, redstone light comes on here in the front, and we shift right-click on it to pull the thing out, and then we can close it again to start it up. That's no good. Watch this, though. So we put down a button and give it a redstone signal. When it gets redstone, it closes. We can leverage that to automatically open and close the vat. When it's got a recipe ready, it can close it automatically. And when it's finished, we can use this redstone signal to open it up. Things will only go in and out of it when it's open. So we open it up, it fills and empties, and the redstone goes out, and we're on our way. Okay, let's start by putting a comparator down on the front and a repeater off of that. Just like that. And we run the redstone signal around. And basically what we need is we need a redstone signal that has this always turned on, except for when there's a redstone signal coming out, we want to turn it off. So if we put a torch right here, block on top of it, and redstone going in, that signal will close the vat. We just need to turn this torch off when it's lit up like this. So now it's finished. We want it to open up. Take some redstone right there. We basically need to turn off that torch with this. Can we do that by running redstone into it? Yes. Okay, there it is. So we basically have a NOT gate here. So when this redstone signal comes out, it inverts it and turns it off, and it opens the vat. We pull the things out, just the starter. We pull the starter out. It's ready to go again. Signal goes off, turns the torch back on, and as soon as it finishes, another redstone signal will open it up. There it goes. Perfect. We just need to automatically pull the starter out of here with an extractor. We do that on the bottom because the bottom side of the vat only extracts. If we put it on any of the other sides, it would also extract the sugarcane and the sugar. We could do something on the side and use a filter. We'll look at filters later, but this is the easiest way to do this. So if we just right-click on here, we want it to go into this drawer with the starter. It pulled it out. When it finishes, it's going to open it automatically, which allows it to also fill up with new sal ammoniac. Now if we put an inserter here from the, right here, an inserter, top. And if we put extractors on these two right here and connect them to the inserter, this mercurial logistics is really cool. It will now fill those up. You can see it filling them up from the drawers, and the sal ammoniac is filling up, and it's extracting each time it goes through its cycle. Pretty cool. Now, in this pack is a mod called More Red, and we have a NOT gate. This NOT gate can replace most of this vanilla redstone. So let's clear this stuff out, close up the hole. We don't need heater anymore. And all we need is a NOT gate right here with the redstone. See how it has the on signal, depending on where you place it from. And if I place it right here, it's going to be on by default. And if we put a redstone signal into the back of this, it's going to turn it off. And that's a NOT gate. So we just need some redstone right here. And there we go. Nice and compact. Watch it go through one more cycle. Beautiful. In the same way, we can automate our purified gold setup. Comparator, redstone, redstone, NOT gate facing that way, redstone. Now we just need to fill this up automatically with salt and gold. So we'll put an inserter on the top. We need to get some salt. Put an extractor right there. We'll use strata salt because that's cheap. And we need gold. Extractor on here. The redstone signal closed the vat because it's got a recipe in it. And when that's finished, it's going to open up automatically. And then we can extract from it. Just need an extractor right on the bottom. Right click on the extractor, and we need an inserter on the purified gold drawer. And there we go. Now we're automating purified gold and starter. All right, now let's automate amethyst into precious gem niter, which we'll store over here. I've kind of set up this grid of drawers that will allow us to store all of the different types of niters. And this is the full set of them, from logs, crops, all the way up to gems and mob drops and abundant, common, rare, and precious. Our goal will be to fill these up. We've already got some rare gem niter. I've started the setup over here that we'll automate. If we put amethyst into this liquefaction cauldron, we'll turn them into the amethyst sulfur, which is exporting into this fermentation vat with water, and that needs some starter with it, and it will turn the sulfur into niter. And from here, we can export it into the next step, which will be, let's put this down right here, digestion vat, and that will need some purified gold in it to upgrade 4 rare gem niters into 1 precious gem niter, and then we'll be done. That's our goal. And we'll export that so it goes over here into this precious gem niter slot. Now I've got a functional storage network, a controller access point right here. It's all connected to the network. I've got the controller upstairs upgraded so that it can reach this entire area around here. So, you can see the white boxes around things that are currently connected. Because these are connected, we do have access to the starter and the purified gold from these drawers from this controller. We can pull the starter into here and the precious gold into here. We need some more light over here. Let's get some of those illuminant fixtures, which I love. That's better. Okay. The thing is, if we connect this controller access point to these vats with the inserter, it's going to just pull something from the network. I'm not even sure what, but it might not be the right thing that we want. So this is where we're going to use filters. So we're going to put an inserter here and an inserter on here like that. And we've got these filters, these mercurial list filters, which are identical to create mod filters if you've used those. They have attribute filters and list filters. It's exactly the same. In order to make sure we only pull starter from our controller access point, we need to put a filter on here. And let's make a starter filter and a gold filter. So we right click in the air with the filter and we put a starter in it. It's got allow and we click save. And now this one here, we'll put purified gold in it. And so this filter has the starter. We're going to put that on here. Just right click right on that inserter. It's filtered now. And we right click on this one with that filter. We use an extractor. Shift right click to get that. Some copper wire on here. Now it's got starter going in. We click right here. And now it's got gold going in, thanks to the filters. This is going to fill up from the cauldron with whatever salt we're creating over here. In this case, we're going to do amethyst. Okay, so next we want to pull from the fermentation vat and put it straight into the digestion vat. Extractor, inserter. That's going to pull the niters from the vat and put them into the digestion vat. Since it has gold in there, it will upgrade those niters with sal ammoniac And then we just need to pull them out of here. An extractor. And we need an inserter on here. Connect that. And that's it. We're going to get precious gem niters from these rare gem niters that are going to be created from the amethyst sulfur from the amethyst that we need to put into this drawer right here. So let's insert amethyst. We need a filter for amethyst. Just going to grab an amethyst here, make an amethyst filter, put that on here. So now when we connect this, it's going to pull amethyst from our network. Need the extractor. As soon as I connect this, it should start pulling amethyst from wherever it can in the storage drawers. The amethyst is going into the hopper and then into the liquefaction cauldron, which is going to process them. First one should come into the fermentation vat. And there it is. And now that's not going to get processed because it needs the vat to be closed. So we need to set up our automation. Final step here. Quickly set up these comparators. Redstone, 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 not gate. See how it closed the vat automatically? Same thing, redstone, 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 not gate. It just occurred to me that it is not going to reach here because there's not enough power coming out of the comparator because until this fills up more, which it will eventually. But if we want it to empty for every single niter it crafts, we should probably put a repeater on here, which means it needs to look like this. This way, nothing will get stuck. We'll do the same thing over here. Just put a repeater. Now these are not coming out of here because they have no place to go. So I'm going to grab these two niters manually and stick them up in here. Precious gems. Connect this drawer and lock it. Now this has a place to store it, so it will empty them. You can see it emptying it automatically. And there we go. We have automatic precious gem. And so as I stockpile up on precious gems, I'll be able to downgrade them into other tiers and reform them into mob drops, metals, other minerals, etc. And we'll work on filling up these drawers. Once we have all these different niters, we can craft anything we want with the reformation process. Pretty cool. And there you have it. Fully automated vats turning amethyst into precious gem niters. We fixed a little bug with our vat closing and opening system. This way nothing gets stuck. From here, automating the other stuff is honestly much easier. It's these opening and closing the vats that are the tricky part. Obviously, we're going to use this to continue to make resources. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you.